So I just heard today, my office actually got released a report on car repossessions. It was on NPR this morning. Anybody hear it? That was my colleague, John Van Alst. Some of the stories where this woman was 17 days late. Some guy takes her car with her kid in the back seat because he didn't look. Wow. So the 911 call, police track him down. And it reinforced something I actually say in the trainings that I didn't know was true before. Our clients assume, why pay part of the bill because the bad thing's going to happen anyway? Why pay 30% of your car loan if they're going to come and take the car anyway? Utilities is very, very different. If your clients pay even $10, $15 a month, their chances of getting shut off go way, way down. This is probably very different than most of the vendors they're dealing with. Maybe the mortgage, because they don't really want to go through the hassle of taking your house. If you're reasonably caught up, maybe they don't foreclose. Utilities, not only are you less likely to be shut off, you're much more likely to get a better payment plan. Because utilities, we've had to fight with Congress to get payment plans for mortgage. Utilities routinely are making payment plans. They actually like to talk to customers and make payment plans because they know either they get nothing or they make some kind of payment plan and they get something. So I want to emphasize here, I'll emphasize a few more points. You need to educate your clients. Being scared because the bill is so big you don't even open the envelope and you don't pay anything is a very bad tactic because relatively small amounts of money might stop the termination. Okay, do I need to say anything else about the termination schedule? No. Any questions so far? Okay, so slide 4, going on to the second page. So this is the point I'm going to ask you to pull out that thing that said eDocs Bill Direct. It was an N-Star bill. It had 2 pages. On each page, there's a box at the bottom that says electricity used. And one of them says rate A2 residential assist period non-heat. So of the 2 pages, make sure you have the one that says in the lower left, electricity used, rate A2 residential assist non-heat. And like Nancy, I sometimes have to take off my glasses to read it. I apologize, it's small print. Okay, anyone know what that means compared to the other one that says rate A1 residential non-heating? Anyone know what rate A2 is all about? Yeah. Right. So N-Star is nice. They actually have words that suggest that it's a discount. Residential assist means you're on the assistance rate. You're on the low-income discount rate. Some companies have no words. I think, in fact, it's most common to have no words. So that's why we developed a magic little cheat sheet. The next to the last document, the kind of canary-colored, how to tell if your clients are on the discount rates. I'm going to go over this so you don't have to take notes. It's all here. Some years ago, the department told the companies, you have completely random numbering systems. No one can tell what your rates really are just by looking at the numbers. And they asked the companies, therefore, to all follow the same numbering sequence. And so that's what's on the goal sheet, and I'll just go over here. Companies that follow this, because some companies don't, when they merged, they couldn't have both companies. Like N-Star is also the old Com Electric. They don't all follow it when they merge, but when they do, they use A1, or it could be R for residential, or A, 2, 3, 4. Again, all this is on the gold sheet. 2 and 4 are discount rates, and 1 and 3 are no discount. And the reason some companies have 4, some might only have 2, is they also have heating versus non-heating. So this is A1 would be, you're not on the discount rate and you're not using that utility to heat your space. Rate 2 is you're on the discount rate, but you're not using that utility to heat your space. Not surprisingly, rate 3 is you're not on the discount, but you use it to heat. Let's say it's gas and you're using it for heat. And 4 is the discount rate and you're using it for heat. You want your clients to be on rate 2 or rate 4, again, for companies that use this numbering system, because you want your clients on the discount rates. I'll talk about this more, but the discount rates can be worth $600, $700 a year for your clients. This has nothing to do with the state appropriation process, so it doesn't vary, it's always there, it's unlimited, everybody who applies and is eligible gets on it. And if the company doesn't use this numbering system, you can call up and within 10 seconds, any customer service rep would say, yes, your client is on the discount rate, or no, they aren't. every single case you're working on, you want your clients to be on the discount rates because it's a significant amount of assistance for your clients. And again, it's not applying to a government program, so it doesn't vary year to year whether they appropriate money for that program. Okay, that's probably all I need to say about the discount rates at the moment. Scenario number 1. So I'm going to read this through, and for now we're just going to get familiar with Ms. Robinson's problems, and then we are going to later solve her problems. Sheila Robinson comes into your office on December 10th and tells you that her family's gas service was terminated about a month ago because she owes over $2,000 in back bills. She says that she has been unable to keep up with her bills and seems very depressed. She has a gas furnace and gas stove, so her family does not have heat, hot water, or the ability to cook. She owes about $800 on her electric bill and fears she will get a shutoff notice for that soon, which would leave her family without light and refrigeration. Ms. Robinson's family includes herself, her 9-year-old daughter, her 7-year-old son, her sister, and her sister's newborn infant. The family's income consists of TAFDC and her sister's SSI check. Is that familiar for what you're seeing? That's what I'm seeing all the time. So we're going to come back later and solve her problems in about 4 or 5 different ways. Okay, so now we're going to get to the heart of the trading, the stuff that helps your clients. So this is the 3rd slide on the 2nd page, and this is important to keep this concept in your head as we go through the next, hour and a half of the training. I call it the triad approach. Okay, so this is a laugh line, folks. How many of you at your agencies have more money than your clients need financial help? Okay, I didn't see anybody raise their hand, right? But the point here is none of us have more money in our agencies. Not even fuel assistance has more than the amount of money their clients need to pay all the utility bills. So you actually pay money last. That's step number 3. And this again is on the slide. The first step is to assert the rights your clients may have. And these are rights that stop a termination or that get terminated service restored. Because you don't want to spend the money unless you have to, right? We don't have enough money. Whereas legal rights, God bless, they're inexhaustible. If you have that right, the next person in the door gets to assert their rights, and we don't run out of legal rights, we run out of money. The next step is to reduce the bills. So after you've made sure the service won't be terminated or you get it restored, you want to get the bills down as low as possible. And only the 3rd step is to pay money. So for the next stretch of time, I'm going to go through what I call that triad approach to utility problems. So the first step is asserting the rights. And here, since we all are lucky enough to have tables in front of us, I'd suggest that you have the orange checklist of key utility protections and the yellow eligibility for key protections in front of you, because it will help us learn, and it will also illustrate that these sheets are really useful when you're out of the training. You need to remember this stuff. So the first protection I'm going to talk about is serious illness. But just to start making the point, the yellow sheet has all of the 4 protections listed on it. Serious illness tells you that you have to have someone in the household who's sick and a letter from a doctor or a nurse practitioner or physician's assistant, and you have to demonstrate a financial hardship. And if you were to read, you don't need to read it now, but on the orange sheet, the serious illness actually gives you a little more of a word description and the cite to the regulation, which means you could actually read the regulation because it's in the book. And we're going to do that as we go through this. So the serious illness rule is around page 69, I believe. Yeah. The serious illness infant and winter rules start on page 69. The orange sheet tells you Reg 25.03. That's what's on page 69. I can almost recite it word for word, so I'll tell you the rule. No electric or gas company may terminate or fail to restore service when there's a seriously ill person in the household and a financial hardship in paying the bills. No electric or gas company may terminate or fail to restore service if there's a seriously ill person in the household and there's a financial hardship in paying the bills.